Here, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Asta ate 3 devil fruits and had haki, Part 6, Long Lost Brother. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, that's going to probably be on the title, but don't worry about it. But let me go into this What If, and let me shut up. But before I do that, subscribe to my sense that I kind of What If over to What If. Their links might be in the description. I haven't actually been putting links in the description. Reason 1 is because I kind of got lazy. Reason 2 is I'm kind of getting nervous from the fact that I should explain this more, because I did explain this in the beginning of summer, that I am going back to school, and of course, yeah, I'm always in turmoil when I'm going back to school. I'm not going back to high school. I'm not going to college or anything. I'm going to a trade school, so of course I'm trying to get my career started. But not the point. I'm only going to be uploading probably in the mornings, only like at the mornings, never at the afternoons. Afternoons, like 5 to 10, is when my fucking classes starts and all that. So of course I won't be actually uploading that much at night, or maybe at night, yeah, but I don't know how it's going to go. I feel very nervous. It's like I have 3 days left from what's it called, summer, and then Monday I would just go to school. But I just feel nervous, nauseous mostly. But yeah. But of course, let me begin into this What If. But yeah. So we go into this What If. I know I just took some time, but yeah, I just wanted to explain that. So yeah. I will explain that in like a short or a video, or maybe I already did it in a live stream, but I didn't do it that well. So yeah. So let me go into this What If, okay? So let me go into, well, Asta. This is where Asta is right now, just flying, well, kind of right now on the bull that, well, Henry decided to build. Yes, because Henry was right now thinking on how to build a bull. That's where, well, Ghost did kind of, well, Ghost is there, he just knocked the fuck out. And of course, the word Asta says, damn, how the hell do I manage to get the elf out? You know what, maybe I can use my blue flames to get him out. That's where he starts using the blue flames. The elf wakes up, also does put armament hawking, then actually add armament hawking with blue flames to kind of make black flames. So somehow to get rid of the elf, he actually managed to kick the elf out of Ghost's body. So yeah, that happens. Also says, well, that worked. Sure, use some anti-magic then. Nah, who gives a shit? That's a word. Well, they're going towards, well, the nearest kind of largest mana is, and it's right now, well, Magna versus Vanessa, and of course, what's it called? Charmy is there. She actually does get there, and she kind of sees the, well, what's it called? Like the somewhat, what's it called? The, like all that happening. Of course, this is where, well, Razor and what's it called? The other dude do appear. Of course, they had to revive themselves, or mostly Razor revived them both themselves. Sally is still with Asta, because Asta says, don't worry guys, she's just fine. Of course, half of them already knows that Asta likes crazy. Yeah. But of course, this is where, well, Asta says, okay, Henry, did you make the bull? This is where Henry says, yeah, I made the bull. Let's go. This is where all of them get on. This is where they rush towards, well, a place where there's lots of mana. Now, of course, this is where Yuno does defeat, well, tries to defeat that one place, because he's at the, what's it called? He didn't go to Hash Village, because Hash Village, the person that was controlled by the elf actually disappeared. The elf actually got destroyed by a person that, well, didn't notice, because the person disappeared in an instant. He couldn't even sense with mana, with just mana alone. The person disappeared, and of course has a hat, like a top hat, and just disappeared. No one actually knew what happened. All they knew was Dragon Claw smashed the attack into, well, the elf reincarnation, but of course pulls out a sword that actually managed to get rid of the elf. But yeah, so where, well, this person is none other than, well, you need to know later. Is it where, well, if you know the movie, then you know who it is. But this is where, well, Asta is going towards where Magna and, well, what's it called, Vanessa's at, And of course, Luck is right now fighting. Of course, the elves do still go on the giant freaking rock and kind of fly away. Of course, it's with the others because but is kind of shocked that this person is strong. Now he wished that Asta was here for once. Yes, because he knows that Asta is pretty damn strong. The problem is Asta didn't want to be in the Royal Knights because he said fuck that much. But yeah. Of course, when Asta and the others manage to get to where True Luck is at, Asta transforms his body into lightning and right now appears in front of a Luck trying to claw at at Magna. And of course Asta says, armament hawking punch. This is where when the claw clashes with the punch just goes through and punches the shit out of the reincarnation kind of elf that's in Luck's body. This is where, the elf gets smashed into a wall and says, who the hell are you? I shouldn't care. Starts trying to, take out the limbs of Asta, which he manages to, and this appears right behind Asta and says, you pathetic, weakling human. Asta transforms his body back into lightning just like that. Did you do something? Pretty much you miss. This is where Luck says, how the hell did you do that? What are you, some lightning man? Asta says, consider I ate a devil fruit that's called, was that a devil fruit? I fucking remember right. Luck, what was his name? Lavin? No, I don't remember his name. But he did give me a devil fruit, and I guess I'm a lightning man now. So, fuck you, bitch. Punches what's it called, Luck's reincarnation, straight into a wall and starts beating his ass. Right now, Luck is kind of transforming around, really speeding around with lightning and all that. But also can just transform his body into lightning and kind of keep up and even be a little bit much faster than Luck. While Luck, the reincarnation elf, is kind of running low on mana, also is easily keeping up with him with just transforming his body to lightning. This is where, the elf is kind of goddamn annoyed with Asta, but this is where Asta says, hey, give back my fucking friend's body, you bastard! Armament hawking! Thunderclap! So yeah, he puts armament hawking, then he kind of adds lightning, and kind of just fucking knocks the shit out of Luck. Luck actually gets knocked out, but this is where, Asta does zap him enough with lightning to kind of boost him with charge of lightning. And this is where, Luck feels like someone's calling towards him. And the thing that he hears when he's kind of hearing his mother is, Luck, wake the fuck up before I'll beat your ass right now and tell Magna that he won against you. This is where, Luck kind of says, I can't let Magna win. No. He starts running. He says, no, I won't let this happen. This is where, the elf does get pushed out and says, huh? Oh, well, seems I lost. Damn. This is where he smiles and disappears. This is where, Luck actually takes fully control back into his body. But of course, this time he actually has, the elf mana a little bit, but not really. He kind of just, his body just gets used to it, but yeah. This is where, Asta says, okay, you're back. Well, we're gonna go towards the capital, and that's why we're bringing each other, yeah. Charmy says, eat! Everyone's eating, even Asta. He's like, delicious food. This is where, he sees Sally, and of course Sally's eating the food and all that. This is where she says, this is such a delicious food. This is where, Razor's still pissed, which he decides to go straight towards Sally and says, why didn't you tell us anything about the fucking cursed magic, whatever bullshit sacrifice? Sally says, I didn't even know about that. This is where, Razor said, wait, you know about this. He looks at Asta and Asta says, what if I did? What is it? What's it called? Crazy. Dude, do you need something about it? This is where, he gets angry and says, I'm about to kick your ass. Asta says, then do it, bastard. This is where they're clashing in their faces, but yeah, lightning is starting to spark up, but yeah. Well, they get to the capital. Of course, not Henry. Finral is kind of helping Yami and even Jack fight against Loris or whatever his goddamn name is, the younger brother of Finral. But yeah, of course, Asta does fight against those other elves, but he doesn't have the sword, so of course he just has to think about how to knock them out pretty good and kind of knock them out pretty good. This is where, Asta does knock them out, but yeah. This is where Asta keeps running around. But he does go check in Hatch Village first before going to the capital. So of course he tells Henry for a quick stop. Well, mostly he tells Henry and the others to go over there. But this is where Asta, he flies towards Hatch Village. And of course this is where he transformed in front of all of them. When he's like flying really fast, because his phoenix form can really fly pretty fast. Of course he sees so many people kind of still in their poison effect, but yeah. This is where, well, some of them are not that much in poison effect. But this is where the old man's saying, damn, I'm sorry, Sister Lily, but I can't. This is where Asta kind of uses the blue flames to get rid of the poison by kind of just healing them. And this is where everyone is shocked. This is where, well, Nosh is confused. This is where Asta transforms out of the phoenix and says, is everyone okay? This is where Sister Lily says, Asta? Asta says, yo, Sister Lily and Nosh and everyone else. This is where everyone is being healed thanks to Asta's blue flames. And Asta says, is everyone okay? That's when they say, yeah, what is happening? Asta says, well, from my understanding, there's a bunch of elves that kind of got reincarnated. I'm here knocking them all out pretty good. And this is where, yeah. I wish there was an easier way to kind of get their bodies back normal, but it's, yeah. This is where, well, I also noticed something behind, well, the old man. It was like a sword that was kind of like white. And of course, his anti-magic book was kind of reacting towards it. This is where the anti-magic book goes towards the sword, and of course, kind of just takes it in, and of course, transforms into a black, well, anti-magic sword. Also takes it, and this is where he actually gets rid of the poison. This is where he says, uh-huh. Interesting. That's odd. You know what, sure, I'll take it. This is where, well, Asta says, but yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get to the capital. This is where Nosh says, Asta, I become stronger. I almost stopped that man. We go into a flashback of Nosh trying to stop the poison user. Right now, trying to actually add Armament Hawking to his fist, because he now actually learned how to do Armament Fist, like Armament Hawking mostly. And this is where, well, he's dodging the attacks, and everyone is shocked to see even Nosh doing it. This is where Nosh says, I won't give up. I will stop you. This is where, for some reason, Nosh was actually hearing like so many, what's it called, like hatred words and other things. But through all the hatred words thanks to his Arbitration Hawking, because he has Arbitration Hawking Advance, the one to speak through like a bunch of animals and all that. I forgot what it's called, the voice of all. Of course, Nosh was hearing this, and this is where he hears like something crying, saying, please, save me. Get me out of this hatred. I don't want to hurt humans. Please. This is where Nosh says, I will save you. This is where Nosh tries to save the person. But of course, this is where the human reincarnated elf started attacking Nosh. And this is where Nosh was about to get hit. But this person appears right now, blocking the, well, what's it called? The vines from hitting Nosh with magma. This is where, well, not magma, what's it called, with these bluish, kind of like, not bluish, these yellowish flames. Very brightish yellowish flames. Of course, this is where, well, this person that Nosh kind of saw had a scar on one of his eyes, had a top hat, and of course had a sword. The sword was kind of white, and of course, where, well, the person says, you did good, kid. I can see that you have authorization and armament hawking. But I'll take this from here. This is where the person says, Dragon Claw! He smashes it upon this person, and then uses sword to stab upon this person, knocking him out and kind of taking out the elf. This is where, well, the person then disappears, leaving the sword behind, and of course thinking, I hope you will find this. Actually, you will find this. Little brother disappears. This is where, well, the person had kind of like a coat, a bluish coat and all that, kind of a blue shirt, and kind of looked like to be some kind of noble, but disappeared after a while. Nosh couldn't even see where he went. This is where, well, Asta was confused and what Nosh is talking about, but Nosh, this is where Asta kind of bows down and kind of pets him in the head saying, well, at least you're fine. All that matters is you're fine, okay? So all that matters is you're fine, okay? Nosh, whoever this was, I don't... he really is smart, or probably easily to see into the future or something, and knows that I was coming. Well, other than that, Nosh, I hope you stay okay. Protect everyone if you can. Okay? That's where Nosh says, I will do it. I will protect everyone. That's where, well, Asta says, interesting. So the elves are crying for help. That's where Asta says, he's thinking of bringing Nosh with him to see if all elves are actually crying, to actually see what an experiment and all that. But this is where, well, Asta's not trying to take a kid into battle and trying to kind of protect himself, but also the kid. That's where Asta says, I wish I had the voice or whatever Nosh has. Whatever. Asta disappears right now, transforming into a phoenix, and right now flying as fast as he can towards the capital. This is where, well, what's it called? Everyone is actually fighting against, well, Mary, what's it called? Mariana, whatever her name is. Not Mariana, Mary? Yeah, Mary? Something like that. Basically, Ghosh's little sister. And this is where, well, Ghosh, who actually finally wakes up, says, Mary. This is where, well, she says, you are not my brother. This is where he has a, like, heart to, what's it called, like a jab to his heart. This is where Asta appears, right now using the kind of, like, sword to kind of, like, put in her head and get rid of the elf, saying disappear. This is where, well, the elf kind of says, thank you, and disappears. This is where Mary says, Asta? Ghosh? She runs to her brother and says, Ghosh. This is where, well, she would have hugged Asta, but Asta is still in his, like, flame phoenix mode, but yeah. Asta gets out of it, and of course, this is where, well, he sees the other elves going inside, and yeah. This is where Asta says, okay, great. This is where all of them, well, the others kind of tell Asta that they're going in also. This is where Yuno is actually going in, but yeah. This is where, well, everyone is going in, but what's it called? Well, what's it called? Yuno kind of was there. He was actually with, like, more, what's it called, reinforcements kind of sending to fight against the elves. But yeah, that's over there in the capital. So, of course, when Asta and the others still went in, like the original people, of course, Asta is with Mimosa, and of course, Asta says, Mimosa, are you okay? That's where Mimosa says, yeah. That's where the Arctu says, ha ha, it seems that I will paint a very amazing thing of art. Why getting rid of you humans? Asta says, who the hell are you? He says, my name is, don't care. Asta says, string ito no mi. What's it called? Net style. That's where he puts both of his hands and kind of makes a net of strings, cutting through all of it because he did add an armorman haki, just cuts through all of it, and Asta appears right now sending an armorman haki punch, knocking this fucker out. That's where, what's it called? Charmy still appears from the sky, almost landing on Asta. Asta just dodged. That's where Charmy says, well, I was here with Yuno and blah, blah, blah. That's where Asta says, Yuno? Interesting. Very interesting. So, Asta and, well, Asta also does see Charmy become, like, the, what's it called, actual true self, and starts beating the shit out of the person who kind of gets rid of her food, but yeah. That's where that person is knocked the fuck out, but yeah. Everyone else is fighting like the original canon. This is where Yuno is kind of fighting against that devil, but yeah. The devil managed to transform Lich into, well, the fake one into a dark elf. This is where he still fights against the real Lich, well, the devil, and yeah. Of course, this is where the first, like, what's it called? The first Wizard King actually appears with Nero. But this is where someone else, when he was seeing the kind of, like, thing open, kind of jumped in. This is where when Noelle was kind of fighting against, well, Fauna, who has no, what's it called, like, shirt and all that, she's saying, Tam, you actually got rid of my shirt. I really hate, what's it called, you humans. This is where, well, a person says, whoa, that's pretty interesting. You're pretty cute there. This is where, well, Noelle thought it was Asta because, yeah, she's still turned around. And what she sees is actually someone close to looking like Asta. The only thing that's actually completely different with this person is this person has black hair, an orange hat, basically like a greenish coat that has no shirt. And of course, he has black eyes, but of course has freckles on his face. This is where, well, she also kind of sees like this kind of smiling necklace or whatever. This is where, well, he also has black shorts, but yeah, not the point. And also black shoes. That's why, well, Noelle, for some reason, really thought this was Asta, and of course had a fucking blood nose. And of course, because thinking that this is Asta shirtless, and she's right now having dirty thoughts. That's where Noelle did also kind of like get what's it called, the form of the kind of dancing, what's it called, Viking or whatever Valkyrie woman or water Valkyrie or whatever like that, whatever it's called. She's in that form still, and of course we're also did kind of like give her compliments with that form, but yeah. So well, she almost like Noelle almost passed out and even lost her form, thanks to the fact that well the person who kind of looks like Asta but a little bit older appeared. Of course, this is where Noelle says, This is where she managed to get her focus state, and even what's it called, Fauna almost like blushed and actually had a blood nose. This is where, well, the person says, what is happening? Do I have something in my face? He says. This is where he says, well, whatever. I should probably ask you if you two ladies have seen my, well, younger brother. This is where both of them are confused, and this is where, well, Noelle says, who the hell are you? And why can't I sense no magic, just like Asta? This is where, well, this person says, so you know my younger brother. So, this might take a little bit long story, but I'm not actually from your 4 regions of, well, the 4 kingdoms, if that's what you want to know. This is where, well, Noelle says, what the hell are you talking about? This is where Fauna says, what are you talking about? This is where, well, the person has right now fire in his feet, kind of like boosting himself up because he was almost on the ground and he just had to boost himself up with fire, but yeah. This is where, well, Noelle says, what are you talking about? You're not from the region? What are you actually talking about? This is where, well, the person says, well, I should introduce myself. My name is Firefist Ace. This is where they say, Firefist Ace? Huh? Well, Firefist Ace is kind of a title, but Ace is actually my real name. This is where they say, I should probably explain about the fire that's right now under my feet. I ate a devil fruit called the Merlin no Me, meaning that I am basically a flame person. Of course, if I can remember right, I think my little brother ate a similar thing that's Logia type. Lightning, no man? Interesting. But whatever. So well, he says, but my name is Ace, and I'm just trying to look for him. Right now, I'm trying to use hybridization hawking. My hybridization hawking is not the strongest, and trying to find him in this goddamn maze sucks. So I don't actually know where he's at. This is where Noelle and Fauna says, well, we don't actually know where he's at, and besides, this is where Fauna says, what am I doing? I should stop you, humans. This is where, well, Ace says, I'm not from this region, so I don't really care what your problems are. This is where Noelle says, can you at least help me then? That's where Ace says, fine. So, of course, this is where Ace starts kind of helping against, well, Fauna. And Fauna can see that this person's pretty good in flames. And, of course, this is where, well, even though she can't really dodge half the flames because they're not made out of fucking magic. And it's terrifying to her because some of the flames actually can overpower her own flames. This is where Fauna is right now having trouble for some time with, well, Ace. This is where we go into Asta and, of course, the Wizard King, what's called Leech, the fake Leech, who's actually into a dark elf and all that. And, of course, you know him and even Nero being there. This is where, well, Asta says, so this is a devil? This is interesting. Asta's right now in his phoenix form. Well, hybrid form, was he? And, of course, showing half of his, like, human body. This is where, well, Leech and even what's called the first Wizard King are pretty shocked with Asta, who's right now like a phoenix. Asta saying, what are y'all looking at? Seriously? Do you not? I'm a phoenix. So where, well, they say, yeah, we know you're a phoenix. But wait, isn't a phoenix supposed to have like orangey flames? Well, I'm a different type of phoenix, okay? Leave me alone. I'm a healing phoenix, okay? Do you want to know that? I'm a healing phoenix. Does that make any much sense? That's where, well, the first Wizard King says, you want? Sure. Sir Devil says, quite annoying you being a phoenix. A mystical animal. A phoenix. Quite annoying. I thought there were only something called a salamander. But I'm going to stop you. This is where Asta speeds up so fast, even in his hyper form. Right now appearing with armament hawking towards his leg and crashing it into, well, the devil and smashing him into the wall. This is where Asta flies away from the devil because the devil says, sword! This is where he sends multiple swords at Asta. Asta, who right now transforms his actual body into an actual phoenix and start kind of flying around those like a swords attack. Yuno's doing the same. And of course, this is where Asta says, hey, Yuno, you ready? That's what Yuno says. Ready for what? To kill the demon. What the hell do you think I'm gonna be saying? That's what Yuno says. What? I thought you were gonna talk about something. You're a fucking moron. Asta said. This is where Yuno says, how the fuck am I gonna know? This is where Asta says, lightning style, lightning wall. This is where a lightning wall appears because Asta did manage to transform one of his arms into lightning really fast. So what's it called? Multiple swords wouldn't hit Yuno. But so many swords hit Asta, but of course they kind of just went through him. But yeah, Asta says, you fine, Yuno? Yuno say, are you fine? You took so many bronze of the swords, I'm surprised you're not dead. Well, guess what? I'm stronger than you, older than you, and more good looking than you, so shut the fuck up. This is where Yuno says, he didn't have any time to talk because he had to dodge more swords. This is where, well, the first Wizard King and even Lynch are right now kind of like using light to protect everyone from like the purple stuff because yes, the purple stuff is still falling. And this is where, well, Fauna and what's it called, Noelle, even Ace and also Jack was there. This is where, well, Jack wanted to kill Fauna and even Ace. And this is where Ace legit couldn't die from all the cuts. Of course, where Fauna did have the holy light and all that, just getting away from the purple stuff. This is where, well, when Ace was kind of captured a little bit by it, he didn't actually get affected by it, saying, huh? Was that thing supposed to hurt me? But still, it's pretty creepy to being in it. So, of course, he stays next to Fauna. And this is where Fauna and Noelle and even Jack are confused. This is where Ace says, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I don't care. I shouldn't touch it. Then again, I did touch it, but it didn't really jack me, so I guess I'm fine. Then again, I did add armament hawking around my body, so to kind of have a coated protection. Yeah, I'm not saying any of that. He kind of said that in his head, but yeah, that's where they're confused. But of course, they're kind of lying. But yeah, mostly Jack is kind of getting carried by Noelle. But yeah, that's where, well, Noelle is like trying to know where Asta's at, but she can't really sense his mana because he has no mana. This is where, well, Asta kind of goes into a phoenix form, but actually double transformation, mostly into a black Asta. And that's where Asta has the demon Saiyan. This is where he's actually now flying in high speeds. But of course, he doesn't have the demon Slayer out. He just kind of knows about the flow of the anti-magic by kind of just using the book itself to get anti-magic. But yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Asta's right now flying in high speeds. This is where he smashes his black phoenix leg into, well, the devil. Of course, managed to like take a good chunk of the devil by using his, well, phoenix side that has the anti-magic. But yeah, this is where, well, the devil says, oh, you little. This is where Asta says lightning star, lightning murder. This is where, well, he sends lightning to the devil, and the devil gets shot. And this is where he's like, I'm gonna. This is where Yuno says, wind sword, well, spirit sword. He kind of like slashes off one of the devil's arms, and this is where the devil's getting angry, saying, I'm gonna kill both of you brats. This is where Asta says, he's pretty angry, but I know what to do even more angry. He's going to know me. What's it called, cage. This is where a cage appears around the devil, and the devil says, what is that? This is where Asta makes it smaller by kind of clenching his hand, well, smaller and smaller. And this is where he clutches his hand really fast. And this is where the Ito Itonomi makes it pretty small, just cut it into the devil pretty fast into a bunch of small pieces. But yeah. But this is where, well, Asta says, huh, so, are you dead? This is where the devil says, not even close. He managed to get his heart out so it wouldn't get hurt. This is where Asta says, great, you're quite annoying. Well, I'm gonna have to keep trying to defeat you. Also pulls out the devil, what's it called? Well, the devil sword and all that. Not devil sword, mostly the demon slayer, but yeah. The double slayer or whatever, demon slayer, or slayer, demon, or whatever the hell. And of course, Asta says, well, if I have this, I can use it. Or I can try to cut him down. Or burn him. Or lightning him. I have an idea. Asta kind of had this perfect idea. This is where, well, the devil says, what is your idea? Asta says, lightning clones. This is where he makes 4 lightning clones of himself. And this is where all of them do have the same transformation. And this is where Asta says, lightning barrage. This is where they all fly in high speeds straight towards, well, the devil. The devil couldn't dodge. And of course, those lightning clones become like missiles. And of course, they're transformed into lightning. And of course, they just make holes into the devil. And this is where Asta sees the heart. And this is where Asta says, surprise, it's me, your favorite friend. This is where the devil says, no, wait. His heart gets cut instantly. Asta says, well, that was interesting. Asta didn't even use what's called Enma, or even what's called the snake side. He really couldn't. Because, well, he can't really fly with them. So yeah, he has to use his phoenix most of the time to kind of fly, because it does use his arms. But yeah, Asta says, well, that was interesting. And he can't really make a cloud right now out of lightning. But yeah, Asta says, well, I did it. This is where the devil dies, and this is where, well, the purple stuff is still kind of flowing down. This is where, well, Razor and all the others kind of do appear. Of course, this is where Yami didn't have time to actually use what's called dimension cutting clips and all that, but yeah. Because also was pretty damn fast, and way faster in this world to actually be able to defeat the devil faster. But yeah, this is where, well, they all appear, and of course, this is where, well, they all fall down. This is where they're actually getting out. Even Hammy and what's it called, the chain dude. But yeah, this is where when they're getting out and flying through the kind of dimension portal, this is where Asta says, I can't wait to just sleep. I'm so bored of this whole bullshit now. That's where Asta is yawning. And this is where, well, what's it called, Jack is saying, I can't wait to kill both of you. You with an orange hat and you with the elf lady, whatever the hell your name is. But I don't care, I will cut you both down. That's where I find I say, he's fucking crazy. This is where he says, can you give it a fucking rest, you fucking bastard? You want, when I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking burn you to a fucking crispy chicken. You fuck. This is where, Asta says, wait, who the hell are you? This is where Asta was kind of next to both of them. This is where Asta knows about Fauna a little bit, but being the elf reincarnation, a little bit, he doesn't really understand it much. And this is where he looks next to him and sees Ace, who is actually taller than him. This is where Asta says, who the fuck are you? This is where, well, Ace says, so my name is Firefist Ace. This is where Asta says, and I'm from the All Blue. Wait, so you're a pirate? Yeah. Can I be a pirate? This is where Ace says, your dream. Wait, what is your dream anyway? To be the Pirate King? This is where everyone's saying, really? At this time, you want to have a conversation with a pirate? Wait, why is there a pirate here? Everyone fucking having a fucking crisis and why there's a pirate, even in the fucking dark castle. This is where Ace says, I might have sneaked in when there was a bright, flashy light, while there was like 2 people flying like with a light arrow or something. I don't really understand, but I managed to just sneak in. This is where, well, the wizard, like king, says, how the hell did I not sense you? Oh, I have 0 mana. I don't think you can even sense me. This is where, well, the Wizard King says, actually, now that I think about it, you have 0 mana. Just like the anti-magic kid has 0 mana. This is where, well, Ace said, because he's my brother, my little brother. Of course he's going to have 0 mana. This is where, Ace, well, not Ace, Asta says, wait. You're my older brother? Yep. This is where Ace is hugging him. This is where Asta says, but you don't look anything like me. You have 0 grayish hair, and well, I guess the face might look quite the same. This is where they all look at Asta and even Ace, and this is where they say, I guess the face looks the same, but the eyes, everything just, what? This is where Ace says, let me explain this. We are from the same father, but not the same mother, okay? Our father was, I guess, how should I say? Very interested in a couple people. He was interested in 4 people, had children with those 4 people. Me being the oldest, named Ace, well, you should probably learn your last name and not need to fight what they call, well, Mihawk, even though Mihawk is going to go after me and try to kill me for the fact that I said your last name. This is where, well, Asta says, wait, what's my last name? This is where Asta is very excited to learn. Right now he has like stars in the eyes, and that's where they say, the only time he's excited. Wait, last name? This is where Yuno's actually interested in the last name. This is where Ace says, yeah, last name. So, Asta, Your last name is, well, your first name is Asta, of course. Your middle name is D. You probably already heard it because fucking Mihawk was very mistrusted with his words, and I know fucking Riley was less mistrusted with his words because he really, I hate both of them. But luckily you didn't meet our uncle, so it's a good thing. But your last name is Go. This is where, well, Ace kind of said that last time, and this is where Asta says, Go? What the heck? So, wait, so that's my last name? Yep. This is where Asta says, Gold. No, Go. This is where Asta says, okay. So, what's your last name then? Same. Well, mostly I took my mother's name, but since I don't think you have a last name for your mother, you're probably gonna have to take our father's last name. This is where everyone's confused with that last name. Gold? What? Huh? This is where, well, Ace says my last name for my mother was podcast, but well, I take my father's name now after kind of becoming, well, stronger than the last time I was younger and all that. But what's it called? My name is Ace D Go also. And our brothers are also going to be the same name. One is going to be a little bit goofy and annoying half the damn time. He's going to be at least your little bit older brother, but he's my younger brother. And this is where you're the actually youngest. This is where Ace actually explained. This is where Asta says, huh? I'm really the youngest? Damn it. This is where, well, Ace says, yeah, you're the youngest. So there's actually 4 of us. I'm the oldest. Someone's actually kind of a little bit, well, younger but older at the same time from the oldest one who's actually going to be 3rd oldest, and you're the youngest. But yeah, that's where I was to say, damn, that sucks. This is where Ace says, don't worry about it. Besides, you might be more mature than the actual one that's supposed to be older than you. He's a fucking goofball half the damn time. But he's incredible at fighting, but don't worry about it. This is where, well, Asta says, oh, that's interesting. So what are other names? Even if I tell you their names, they're probably going to be pissed at me, the fact that I told them about their names. So let me not make myself a gravestone while they find me and try to kill me. So don't worry about it. This is where, well, Asta says, okay, interesting. So who was our father? Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention our father. Our father is called Roger D. Gold. This is where everyone says, Roger D. Gold. Okay, interesting. Everyone who was also there just remember and says, I think I heard of that. This is where she says, wait, isn't that the infamous pirate called the Pirate King or whatever? I only heard about this because I didn't care about being a royal noble. He was infamous, and he was also infamous in killing a bunch of Marines. This is where Ace says, of course, that's what he is. He had a bounty of about 5 billion, what's it called, berries. And berries is a kind of currency that we use in the All Blue. So yeah, you people might not use the currency. So I don't know how much it will be in what's called the 4 regions, but probably more, trillions, billions, don't fucking know. But yeah, he was very considered to be one of the strongest pirates out there. And yeah, a lot of people don't like to mess with him. But yeah, that's where, well, Mariana says, So wait, if he was the king of the pirates, does that mean you two are like princes? This is where, well, Ace says, I guess with your logic, sure, you can go on with that logic. But mostly the Pirate King title is just a title. It's only to be like the freest man in the ocean. Us right now having stars in the eyes. Freest person? Huh? This is where, well, Ace said, yeah, that's what it mostly means. Well, I guess you can say we are prince or something. But what's it called? Asta's like, okay. So when do I start becoming a pirate? That's where everyone went, pfft. This is where Yuna says, wait, Asta, you can't just be a pirate. This is where Ace says, of course you can be a pirate. Ignore whoever the fuck that is. This is where Yuna says, I'm his fucking brother. No, the fuck you're not, because I would have fucking known if you were my brother or not. This is where, well, Yuna says, we're not brothers in, what's it called, blood, but we're just like, what's it called, orphans, siblings. Well, guess what? He's not an orphan no more. Now shut up. This is where Ace kind of pushes Yuna away, and this is where Yuna says, hey, you bastard. This is where the elf is kind of like saying, you can't push Yuna like that. This is where Ace says, shut up or I'll burn you into a million fucking pieces. This is where the elf says, you know, help me. This is where, well, Asta says, pirate, 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 pirate. Right now he's jumping up and down, even in space when they're kind of flying and getting out of there. This is where, well, Asta's jumping, basically defying gravity itself. Asta saying, pirate, 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 pirate. This is where, well, Ace says, you're a little bit too happy for this. Then again, I did remember so many people telling you to be a fucking pirate, and I guess you didn't be a pirate, and now you want to be a pirate. Make up your mind, Asta. Asta says, pirate, 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 pirate. This is where Ami says, no you don't, Asta. This is where Noelle saying, Asta. This is where Mimosa says, Asta. This is where, well, what's it called? Razor says, pirate? Seriously? So you're going to be an infamous. So we're going to be famous? Now you want to be infamous? What? But you just, didn't you tell me when we met saying, I'm going to make you feel all the crimes of whatever you're going to do? Asta says, yeah, ignore that. I don't care. Mostly, I wanted to be a pirate for the longest point. It's just because of Ace, or not Ace, mostly telling me, be a Wizard King. And stop saying Pirate King. But I want to be Pirate King. I want to be the freest person out there. This one, well, well, Nozel and even Forgotten are going to just say, really? So that dream was actually a dream and wasn't actually a mistake of him saying Wizard King? This is where Ace says, yeah, Pirate King, Pirate King, Pirate. This is where both Asta and Ace eventually get outside, still jumping around. Pirate King, Pirate. This is where they see the destruction, but of course they ignored it. This is where all of them says, shut up, you bastards. This is where Asta says, no. That's where Ace says, the hell no. Now, when they kind of look at Ace, they kind of get a good measurement, and Ace is actually 6'3". So yeah, he's pretty big in this. I should also mention that he's actually 21 in this, but yeah. This is where, well, when Ace is outside, this is where Fauna does land down, and Fauna is kind of shorter than him. But of course, this is where she will be kind of like, well, when it suddenly was called anime, she was like 15 or whatever. But that's just because of the human body kind of thing and all that. And not really at the Pacific age she's at, but yeah. So Fauna's like 5'3", and she's shocked to even believe that Ace, she was mostly talking, that is actually taller than her by like 10 inches. But yeah, this is where, well, Asta says, oh right, we gotta save this or whatever. This is where, well, the fake leech does actually make the, well, Williams comes out. This is where Williams makes the great tree. This is where, well, Leech is actually kind of like using his magic to kind of bring up all the elves. Asta still uses that one anti-magic sword. And this is where, well, everyone, like all the elves are now free and all that. This is where, well, everyone's saying bye and other things. That's where Asta is too busy talking to Ace mostly, but yeah. That's where everyone is saying, really? They're talking? This is where, well, Asta says, I can't believe I'm gonna be a pirate. Pirate, pirate, pirate. This is where, well, Ace says, yeah, pirate, pirate, pirate. This is where, well, they're like, God, would they ever shut up? This is where, well, what's it called? Well, there was actually someone actually seeing this. And right now he has a top hat and kind of seeing this and says, damn it, Ace, you fucking moron. Well, gotta go find the other. Damn it, where did that goofball went? God damn it, Luffy, where the hell did he go? This is where, well, the person went to go look for him, but yeah. This is where, well, Asta is saying, so the next day kind of happens, and of course it's kind of just helping a bunch of people, but this is where Asta seems to not really care that much. But of course, Asta did also meet what's it called, the other two. One is named Luffy D. Go, and the other is named Sabo D. Go. But yeah, and yes, I'm making Luffy and Sabo in this one be actually like brothers towards what's it called, Ace and actually Asta. But yeah, that's where, well, Sabo explains that he has an ability, well, a devilfruit that's actually kind of a Logia type, and it's called Golden Flames. But yeah, it's kind of a stronger but at the same time weaker version than, well, kind of the same strength. It's similar strength towards what's it called, well, Ace. But yeah, that's where, well, Asta explained, well, not Asta, that's where Luffy explained that he has a devilfruit called the Oppa, not Oppa, no, he doesn't have that one. He has the, what's it called, Gama Gama no Mi. I was about to say Oppa Oppa no Mi, no. Actually, wait, I'm gonna change the car, Solid Flames towards the car. A Zoan, not Zoan, mostly a, what's it called? Well, I'm gonna change this Devil Fruit from Golden Flames towards the basically the lava one. So yeah, it's called a Lava no Mi. So yeah, instead of being like Magna no Mi, no, he has a Lava no Mi. So that's what it's called, or whatever it's called in Japanese. But yeah, that's where he has that type of Devil Fruit. But yeah, that's where also saying okay. So are you all gonna stay here? They say probably not. That's where some of the pirate crews are still kind of causing a little bit of trouble. That's where A6, I really gotta call them off. It's always the same. This is where Luffy says, I got this. This is where he knocks out a couple of his crew, but yeah. That's what Luffy does. Knocks him out mostly. Basically being the biggest menace towards his crew mostly, but yeah. Just like in, original canon for One Piece, how Luffy is basically menace towards all his pirate crew, but yeah. But of course, this is where, Asta is kind of talking to the others. Well, mostly talking towards Julius, Noel, and what's it called? Moses there, even Nero, even Ace is there. And this is where when Julius is talking about that Asta is going to be framed about the fact that he's some devil and all that, Ace gets pretty overprotective and says, listen up, you little shit. I don't give a shit. Whatever fucking rules or whatever bullshit. If my brother gets framed for some bullshit, I'm about to burn every fucker in that fucking place. Julius tries to stop Ace, but this is where, he realized that Asta is definitely from some kind of infamous pirate called, Roger D. Gold. And this is where, when Julius hears about this, he is shocked. He is scared right now. The fact that, Rogers was very powerful. Very powerful. Also, the fact that he was a pirate king and he had, lots of fucking, money on his head. And for the currency in kingdoms, he will be even more. Because the not currency, the currency to the four kingdoms will at least make him $1 trillion. Yeah, that's how much money he will be worth, that much. But yeah, that's when Julius hears about this, he is shocked and scared. The fact that, he also realized that Ace is not just any normal pirate. He's a Yonko level, pirate. He's actually a Sea Emperor. Yes. Ace in this one, he is a Sea Emperor. He is actually one of the 4 Sea Emperors. The other 2 are, somewhat like the Beast Pirates and Big Mom. And the other one, of course, it is Shanks. But yeah, that's where, not the point. That's where, Julius is hoping that this doesn't happen and Ace doesn't burn down the place. That's where, Asta still went with the people because you see here, Asta is not going to care that much. And he actually wants to see a bunch of nobles get burned down. That's where Nero's confused because she knows that somehow Ace is around her or whatever. Mostly Ace is kind of getting actually annoyed with Yami or someone else. Actually also talking to Fauna, but yeah, Fauna actually aged up a little bit much faster thanks towards Sally, because this is where Fauna that asks Sally for some judgment. And of course made her to kind of be 21, similar toward the age of, Ace. This is where they're shocked and confused why the other, elves, like Raya, and even Sagar or whatever his name is, and even Leech, or, Parcher or whatever his name is, and Razor and the other one. They're shocked with Sally, kind of agreeing. This is where, Fauna does become, Fauna Elf does become the height of, 5'8", but yeah. This is where, she doesn't really mind being this height, but she does kind of talk to, Ace. Ace sees that she kind of grew a little bit more, but this is where Ace is fine with her. But yeah, they're kind of getting distracted. This is where Ace doesn't know about, Asta kind of being there. This is where Asta is dealing with the same bullshit and all that. And this is where Asta was about to burn them all down. Mostly use lightning, use Kieran. So yeah, he doesn't care. They won't be able to stop the lightning attack, but yeah. Asta just wanted to get rid of a bunch of nobles before he goes to become an infamous pirate. Haha! Yes, Asta is wanting to do this so when he gets his bounty, and the bounty does go receipt into the all blue, he's going to be very famous. That's where, Nero is confused with Asta, but then realized that Asta's doing this for the fact that he wants to be a bounty. Get a bounty. A nice big bounty. But before anything happens, this is where multiple nobles started passing out, and of course, yes, the Black Bulls managed to get there and tell Asta that he's an idiot. But someone from the hole actually appears. Right now, walking calmly, but of course, knocking out so many nobles. Even the, what's it called, Clover King actually passes out. This is where a pressure of conquerors talking is actually knocking them all out. This is where, well, this person has, well, both arms, has this kind of sword. It's like looks to be like a saber or whatever. But of course, this is where he has 3 scars in one eye. And this is where, well, he has red hair. This is where he's walking calmly, but knocking out so many people. This is where, well, the person who's like justice and whatever says, "You, who are you?" This is where Shanks says, well, yeah, I already said his name. This person says, "The name is Red Hair Shanks, and I can't really let you execute my nephew." That's where Asta says, "Huh? Nephew? What? Huh?" This is where, well, Red Hair Shanks says, "Yo, the name is Red Hair Shanks, and yes, I am your uncle. And yeah, I know freaking Ace, Luffy, and Sabo's around here. I'm surprised they didn't even jump in." This is where Luffy actually appears from like the roof, saying, "Come on me! 4th gear!" Well, not 4th gear, 3rd gear! Elephant! This is where his fist is like 10 times bigger than the roof, smashing through, and right now trying to hit, well, the guy who's kind of using justice magic or whatever bullshit it is. This is where he sees the fist and tries to kind of get rid of it. Doesn't get rid of it. This is where he's actually screwed. This is where, what's it called? Shanks stops the fist with just his, like, sword and says, "Damn it, Luffy. How am I gonna be right now trying to show how cool I am towards my, well, younger nephew? Why you're being a fucking brat half the damn time." That's where he pushes Luffy's fist up, and this is where Luffy says, "Wait, oh shit!" The recoil and hits himself, but yeah, he gets launched up, and this is where he gets out of, well, the 3rd gear, lands back down to the ground, and smashes the ground. This is where he says, "Ow, Shanks, what the hell?" This is where Shanks says, "What the hell were you trying to do?" "Well, kill the person that was trying to kill, what's it called, Asta." That's where Shanks says, "And your best idea was kind of using 3rd gear?" "Yes." This is where Shanks says, "God damn it. Where's Sabo anyway?" Sabo appears saying, "Lava Lava no Mi! Lava Wave!" This is where the guy tries to even get rid of it. That doesn't get rid of. Instead, the lava almost hits him. This is where Shanks uses a wave of like Conqueror's Haki slash just to cut through it. And this is where he says, "Sabo, what the hell are you doing?" This is where Sabo says, "I'm trying to kill him." This is where the guy just passes out from the fact that he can't do shit to these people. This is where Asta's laughing because it's funny to him. This is where Yami says, okay, what the hell? Okay, who the hell are you?" This is where he talks to Shanks. He knows about Luffy and Sabo. He knows Luffy's way too much about causing trouble. It's like Asta if he didn't change his maturity and all that. If he was like loudmouth and all that. This is where, well, Asta is somewhat loudmouth. And of course, but not that much. But this is where, well, he knows about Luffy. It's like, if Asta still stayed the same after kind of fighting Mihawk, but not the same. But this is where Asta then sees what's called Sabo, and Sabo is also someone to cause trouble a little bit. This is where Asta then says, "Wait, where's Ace?" This is where, well, Sabo and Luffy says, "Don't know." Sabo, on the other hand, knows what is happening. They're saying, "Oh, he's just getting into it with an elf lady." This is where he whistles and kind of like walks away. That's what Asta understands. Ace in the other, well, not Ace, Luffy in the other hand says, "What does that even mean?" This is where Asta falls down and says, "Okay, great, he's an idiot." This is where other girls kind of like blush. Even Sally was there because she wanted to save Asta. And this is where they kind of blush right now because Noelle, Mimosa, and even Sally kind of blush in red faces, knowing what that even means because they actually have dirty thoughts about Asta. That's where, well, Asta says, "Oh, interesting. Okay." This is where Yami says, "And who the hell are you?" He kind of points at Shanks. Shanks says, "The name is Red Hair Shanks. I'm also a Yonko, if that's what you like to call it. I'm a sea emperor." This is where, well, Yami says, "Are you seriously?" This is where Shanks says, "Yep, I am. Also, I'm, well, the uncle of Asta, literally Asta here. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here to save him from all you magic knights. Because if I know one thing, humans, well, if I should know one thing, Asta should have no magic. and the fact that he has no magic, I came to save him, even if I'm a little late, which I feel like Ace is gonna kill me. That's where, well, Sabo and Luffy kind of walk away, but yeah. That's where Shanks says, but not the point. So, Asta, what is your dream? To become the Pirate King. Okay, then let's go. Let's just go to the ship that's on mine. So, this is where both Sabo and Luffy say, no you don't. This is where Shanks says, come on, I just want to, like, get along with the kid. This is where both Sabo and Ace says, so do we, you fucking bastard. You're not going to take our little brother away. This is where, well, Luffy is saying, yeah, I won't let you take him, you fucking bastard. This is where Aang says, come on. He looks just like, well, what's called Roger. But at the same time, a little bit, actually, you look extremely just like Roger. Okay, can I ask one question? How many girls are you into? This is where, well, Ace says, well, not Ace, mostly Luffy says, huh? He's confused because he's still not that great in like love and all that. Sabo, on the other hand, says, he probably has, well, I don't know. This is where Asta, who actually blushes from the first time, this is where he says, this is where he kind of grabs, what's called, Shanks, and kind of like turns their backs away. This is where Noelle and, what's called Mimosa and even Sally are confused in what they're talking about. This is where, well, Asta says, so I have 4. This is where, well, Shanks says, good. Now I see. You definitely are Roger's son. This is where, well, Asta says, yeah. This is where he's kind of feeling a glare behind his back from the fact from the well, Mimosa, and even well, Sally. So Asta says, you should probably never know. This is where, well, Shanks says, yep, the bloodline of, well, Roger's going to be strong. So who are they? This is where he kind of like starts asking, who are they in the crowd? This is where I also say, I think we should not talk about this. We should definitely change subject. So, where's Ace at? This is where, well, they, Sabo says, like, again, he's with the elf. Like, this is where Ace appears saying, Asta, what the fuck happened here? Luffy, what the hell did you do? This is where Luffy says, why the hell you blame me? This is where Ace said, there's a giant hole in the roof. I either guess you tried to smash here using third gear, or use third gear to kind of launch it up and break the roof. Luffy says, screw you, know what, leave me alone. This is where he kind of like sits down and says, I'm hungry now. This is where, well, Ace says, oh my gosh, shut up. This is where he looks at Sabo. Sabo says, I didn't do anything. This is where Shanks says, bullshit, you tried to use a lava style to try to burn someone. This is where Ace says, he looks at Shanks and then looks at Sabo and says, really? This is where he then realizes Shanks is here and says, what the hell are you doing here? This is where, well, Shanks says, I'm here to get Roger's son. This is where Ace says, you realize there's all 4 of us, you idiot? I mean the youngest one? This is where Ace says, you gotta be a little bit more, what's it called? Well, a little bit more Pacific. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about the white hair one. This is where, well, Sabo, Ace said, well, screw you. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ. Well, you're not taking him. Fuck off. This is where Ace is kind of being an overprotective brother and says, you're not taking him. Fuck off. This is where Shanks says, come on. I just want to train the boy. I want to see how powerful he is. The last time I talked to Rayleigh, he said that he was pretty damn strong in arbitration hawking, but not conquerors hawking. Or armament hawking. Well, he was a little bit. But I want to train him in what's called conquerors hawking. This is where Ace says, fuck you, no. He's mine. This is where, well, Ace kind of, like, be an older protected brother. And this is where Shanks says, really? First of all, does he have your name? Does he have your name on Asta? I thought he was a human being. Last name, considered yes. This is where, well, Shanks says, fuck. And we're blood related, so fuck you, yes we do. This is where Shanks says, damn it. I wasn't expecting you to kind of bring up the blood relationship. But you're only half, so can I have him for at least a half a month and all that? Ace says, no. This is where, well, Shanks says, why not? This is where, well, Ace said, because he's my younger brother. Shut up. This is where, well, Nozel and Frogolion appear saying, "We're here for the Wizard King. What just happened?" This is where the guy said, "Hey, oh great, sure, take him. I don't care." This is where, well, they kind of like take everyone out of like that whole trial and all that. And of course, where, well, both Frogolion and Nozel sees Red Hair Shanks. They barely know about him. But when Julius caught word of this, he is shocked. So we've been like, he is scared, shocked, and afraid of the fact that there's two Yonko level people in his, well, not even two, like 3, 4 of them. Basically, he counts Luffy and Sawa as Yonko level because Luffy has a bounty of 1 billion, with what's it called? Sawa having actually a bounty of 2 billion, but he's mostly from the Revolution a little bit. But yeah, well, not Revolution. He is a pirate in this one, and well, Ace being the only one who's actually with what's it called, like not 4 billion a little bit. But yeah, this is where, well, Shanks has somewhere about 5 billion, and yeah, this is where, well, he is just shocked to believe that well, Asta's pretty damn safe with them. So yeah, of course, this is where, well, the mission was to kind of get the curse done. But of course, this is where we go into the Black Bulls, trying to figure out about their house. That's where Henry says, "You can give me suggestions, and I will give them and make it here." That's where, well, Asta says, "So when am I gonna go be a pirate?" That's where Yami says, "In a little bit. We still gotta look about those devils and all that." The hell? You really want to be a pirate right now? That's where Noel says, "You idiot." That's where Asta says, "What? What, my sea princess? Do you not like me being a pirate?" This is where Noel's face becomes red, and this is where she then shakes it off and says, "Wait, no. Who do you like?" This is where Asta says, "Huh? That's a very personal question. I like my brothers. Yeah, family." This is where she says, "I'm being truly serious. Who do you..." This is where, well, Melissa kind of falls down off like some trees, and this is where she says, "Sorry about that." That's where Sally says, "Ow, you hurt me." That's where, well, Noel's like, "What are you two doing here?" This is where Sally did escape, but she didn't care that much. That's where, well, Asta say, how the hell do I get out of here? So Asta says, "Well, I'm gonna just fly up and like kind of train," but yeah. This is where Asta kind of goes into a phoenix form, but water actually appears. Right now, we're kind of like appearing, kind of putting out the flames. But of course, Asta was about to try to fly away, still by trying to increase the flames. But of course, this is where vines appear, kind of grabbing him down. That's where Asta says, what are y'all doing?" That's where, well, Sally's axolotl appears saying, "Move and we stop you." That's where Asta says, "Damn." That's where Mariana actually appears from some trees and says, "Asta, what is happening?" "Oh, hey, Noel, girl, I never seen her, neither do you." But yeah, that's where Noel's like, Mariana? What are you doing here?" "Well, I want to talk to Asta. What is happening?" That's where, well, Noel says, "Oh, I'm just trying to ask Asta, who does he love?" This is where, well, Mariana goes red. That's where the others just go red. And this is where Noel was already red, but trying to have a calm pressure. But yeah, this is where, well, Asta says, this is where, well, Asta says, "I like you all as, what's it called, I like you all." This is where, well, Asta said it so like calmly, but at the same time scared a little bit. This is where all of their faces become red. This is where, well, Asta says, "Well, if you don't mind me," this is where Asta transforms his body to lightning and disappears right now into the tree and says, "Well, I'm gonna just go real fast. I need to go talk to Ace, Sabo, Luffy, and Shanks." But yeah, Asta disappears into lightning, but right now just hiding into the trees. Right now, just breathing hard. It's kind of difficult for him to talk to all of them at the same time. But yeah, because mostly he was a playboy a little bit. But yeah, that's where, well, Asta says, "Okay, that's going to be hard and difficult. God, why is my good-looking charms always a curse to me?" Or somewhat. But yeah, Asta kind of goes back to the hideout and it looks like that. This is where, well, they go and see the Blackwell hideout. Of course, all their faces kind of blank, but they see that Noah has to share an actual bed or room with Asta until Yami changes it. And yeah, because of the beast creatures. Now Asta did kind of go find the beast creatures, and they were actually friendly to him. But yeah. But of course they wanted Yami more, but yeah. That's where, well, Asta says, at least I got my own room. Now I can go to, this is where Asta hears 4 knocks, and this is where Asta says, what, I can't go to sleep. That's where he opens it. It's Magna, Luck, Vanessa, and also, well, what's it called, the last one is basically, Gray in Disguise. This is where Gray did transform into a disguise and all that, and says, so, you want to go have a drink in the party and all that? This is where Asta says, sure. Yeah, let's do it. This is where, well, we go into Shanks, Ace, what's it called, Sabo, and Luffy kind of talking. On the pirate ship mostly, but yeah. This is where, well, they said that we are going to have to stay here a little bit longer, Ace kind of said. Well, mostly he said, for himself. That's where Sabo and Ace just say, yeah, I'll think the other 2 Yonkos are going to attack, or neither of the Marines. But yeah. Shanks said, yeah, I think I have a 2-week vacation here. Yep, I can stay here. This is where all 3 of them kind of glare at him, but this is where, well, Shanks smiles at them. Friendly smile, but yeah. This is where, well, Shanks says, but whatever, it's fine, don't worry about it. So where, well, they sigh, but yeah. We go into Asta right now, kind of partying with the others, but yeah. This is where, well, I'm going to leave it off here for part 6. Part 7, you probably whenever, but I'll probably make that the end or whatever. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night. Potato.